And I'm live, I think. According to YouTube, I am, at least on the back end. It is Monday, and it's after hours with Michael. And I'm right, Michael with WriterSanctuary. I'm tired. All right. Anyway. Okay, it has been a day. But there's all kinds of really good things coming up. And I don't know if you noticed my shirt, but it matches my thumbnail accidentally. So we're gonna give this a couple minutes. Shadow's gonna mess with my microphone. Hopefully I wasn't muted the whole time. Just noticed it was muted. Anyway, you, my God, cat, you, quit, stop. Anyway, this is Shadow. I'm Michael, and it's WriterSanctuary. I can't have a single video or live stream without this cat getting in the middle of it. And so she hears me talking, she jumps in on my lap and starts messing with stuff. So, good times. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about all the good things that are coming. Like, some of them are going to be here within the next couple of weeks. So, pretty excited for that. I didn't share it. No, oh well. Anyway, we're going to give this a minute or two. Let's see if we get anybody joining us. Otherwise, it'll just be me talking to the camera. It'll be a very quick show. Oh, look, there's problems on this website that I don't manage. Okay. Writing Spirit was kind of fun today. I got quite a bit done. I did the article for Sean McCarthy. He's going to be on next Monday. And I managed to get the blog post for Crossing Colorado done. And I did some stuff for my clients. So it was pretty productive writing sprint. My mind is mush. You have gnats on your stomach. You're not going to let me brush that, though, are you? Probably not. Anyway, yeah, we're going to wait just a minute, and then we'll start going over some of the cool things I've got coming up. How was your day? Nice shirt. Thank you very much. I like it. I like it a lot. Also matched the thumbnail quite nicely. I don't know if anybody got to see the thumbnail, but it's kind of cool. I had to go in Photoshop. It took me a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I had to remove the trash panda from the white background. But when you select it, it doesn't select at all. So I had to go in with the blur tool and blur his hair so it didn't look so choppy. So it took me a little bit longer than I wanted to, but goddamn cat. You are getting hair everywhere. You let me brush you? Nice brush. Nice brush. Yeah, see? Alright. Okay. Give this. We'll start at 7:05. It's only 7:03. Usually I have people come in a little bit late, so we'll give them a second while I try to brush my cat, who won't sit still for anything. Ooh. It's not her, it's me. No, and I have another one looking down at me. I need everybody just go do something else. Get a hobby. Go play with the dog. God, you are. Oh, man, look at that. We're shitting so bad. All right, well, I guess we can get started. Just sitting here brushing a cat. Ow! Shut up. No. And they're static. Okay, you can't see this, but this cat is so staticky that when she fell off, all the loose hair that she had on her is now like on my arm of my chair, but it's sticking straight out. I have to wipe you down with a dryer sheet. Anywho. All right, well, let's get started. If it's going to be a quick show, it'll be a quick show. Hey, Diana, how's it going? Okay, so this some of the cool things that are going on is I finally shared the podcast across several platforms yesterday. I set it all up in Spotify, and the RSS feed now shoots everything to Amazon Music, what was the other one? Pandora, and iHeartRadio. Yeah. I was trying to sign up with Apple because, that's according to Backlinko, Apple's one of the top 5 for podcasts, but Apple wouldn't accept my payment method and it kept crashing. So I said, fuck it. That's an omen. If Amazon doesn't want me or my money, so be it. They probably know that I hate them. So, love the raccoon party theme. Yeah, I think so. This is a shirt that my daughter got me for Father's Day, and the raccoon on the thumbnail was completely incidental. I wasn't planning on wearing the shirt. I did the raccoon and the party in the background for the hell of it because I thought it was fun. And yeah, so saw the shirt hanging up. And I'm like, let's do it. So we're being trash pandas tonight. But anyway, the show is now going to be on Spotify and several other platforms. And if you're curious about that, if you go to WriterSanctuary.com, at the very bottom of the website, there's a link to the After Hours podcast. And on that page, I have all of the platforms that I'll be shooting the show to. Fun part is going to be editing, downloading, and then uploading every episode. And I've been doing this for more than 2 years, so that's a lot of shows. Fuck, it's going to be like 30 plus interviews. It's going to take a minute. So I would like to get everybody's interview up on Spotify, but when it comes to the other stuff, I'm not sure how many shows were worthwhile. Some of them were kind of blah, so I'm not exactly sure how many of those are going to be up on Spotify, but all of the other interviews are. I'm going to try to get them up at least 2 or 3 a week until we get caught up. That'll be the current show plus 1 or 2 more of the past ones. So if you're into Spotify and other podcasts, you can find me there. So excited for you, Michael. Thank you very much. I'm excited for it too. It's been like I've been talking about setting up a podcast on Spotify and all those other ones for like a long time since I think Chris and I were doing it. And we kind of toyed around with it. We did it with Crossing Colorado, but we're trying to get that one going again. But this one, I'm setting aside a block of time specifically for working on the podcast. So after these live shows, it usually takes YouTube about a day before I can edit it. And then I'm going to cut off the front and back and make it a nice little clean show, download it, and then upload it to Spotify. The uploading doesn't take very long because I have fiber optic. So it was really freaking quick, especially like that 2-hour episode with me and I did it with Sean Gregory, and that went up quick. It was like, whoop. So I love fiber optic. I had such a crap day. It's hard not to imagine. It's hard not to imagine the worst, like losing my job, because it's happened in the past. Well, we all have shitty days. I had one a couple of weeks ago, and I'm still kicking. So never give up, never surrender. But yeah, the podcast is on all those other platforms. If there's a platform that you prefer listening to, leave it in the comments on this video or in the chat, and I'll see what it takes to get on that channel as well. I only did the top 5 because why not? But there's like all kinds of different platforms out there. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. If it works, cool. If not, then at least we tried. You're here. Though I think Crossing Colorado would probably have a better chance of getting more traffic if Sam and I actually, I don't know, worked on getting them on Spotify, which was a lot easier, by the way. Like I was thinking about getting paying for podcast hosting through like Podbean. But then I'm like, if all the other platforms just need the RSS feed from Spotify, why would I need Podbean? Because I can just upload it to Spotify and be done with it. So that's going to save me $25 a month. So, cheers. Oh, anywho, excuse me. So that was probably one of the more cooler things that happened recently. I do have a slew of author interviews coming up starting next week with Sean McCarthy. He's had quite the career. Blog post for it will come out tomorrow on WriterSanctuary.com. So if you're curious about Sean McCarthy, go ahead and click that link at, I think, 9 a.m. Mountain Time is when it gets published. So if you go to WriterSanctuary.com now and click the little the bell icon there at the bottom left, you get push notifications whenever I publish anything, which is usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, except for special occasions, which is on Tuesday. So just put that out there. That way you see the post when it goes live. But yeah, so we've got Sean McCarthy. Who else is like? I got like a bunch of authors lined up. I've got them all scheduled. Oh, you know what? I got them all scheduled. Okay, let's look at Asana here. So we got Sean McCarthy, Christina Elise Butke, R.R. Harrow, who's an author, horror author, and Mike Mike Cologne will be here with us again, talking about his new book that came out. He was on the show a few months ago. So we've got 4. So like more than a few anyway. And there's one author who asked if she can come on in August because she's going overseas for the summer. So I got to find out if she's still available for August. But yeah, getting quite a few. So it's getting kind of cool. I love having repeat authors though. It's really fun to catch up with everybody and see where everybody's doing. Let's see. Jennifer says it's going to be a great birthday month for you, full of interviews. Yeah, like let's see. Be Sean McCarthy's on the 30th. Christina's on the 14th. R.R. Harrow is on the 28th, and Mike Cologne will be back with us on August 11th. That's not including the other fun stuff that I'll be doing personally, which I'll go over here in a moment. But yeah, we got. I've been trying to push more authors. I really enjoyed having DJ Cook and talking about his RPG, and I believe Ian Ian will be back to talk about his RPG, his superhero one. Hey, Margaret, how's it going? But yeah, Ian Healy should be on soon, hopefully. I know he sent me the link to the Kickstarter. I'd like to get him back on the show, so I think he said he'd reach out in August, so he might be right after Mike Cologne. He spells it colon. I can't help it. I'm sorry, Mike. But yeah, so I've got a bunch of authors coming up. Let's see, getting the channel going with 3 videos per week starting Wednesday, hopefully, knock on wood. I figured out that if I made them in the mornings, that I'm less likely to get interference from, oh, you just put your tail on my drink. Interference from people in the house. So I'm gonna have to start making them in the morning, which means my Substack is going to be later than normal because I like having the Substack out Monday mornings. But if I'm doing a video, then I'm gonna have to push it. So it won't be out. The Substack won't be out until probably that afternoon. I guess I'll look to see how many people open it because it's an email thing. And if I lose numbers, I might just maybe make it a Tuesday morning thing. I don't know. But anyway, the Substack, if you're interested, it's not exactly what I do for Writer Sanctuary. It's more of my inside thoughts of being a self-published author. So it's kind of like a fan newsletter, I guess. But yeah, so that'll be. I'm gonna have to change where that goes. That's so affectionate. Even your drink gets a taste. Yes, she's lovely. She's all kinds of fun. You're a pain in the ass, aren't you? Yes. She has been almost in almost every video, especially since I moved downstairs. But she's also, when she was a much smaller kitten, when I lived in Westminster like 5 or 6 years ago, she was on there too. So, Crossing Colorado says, "Yay, lots of interviews." Hi, Sam. That's my other channel. Oh, and now there's hair. Oh my God, cat. I love you. Pain in the ass. Yeah. There you. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing them tomorrow morning. I think. I have to get on and shift everything. So the reason why I haven't done it yet is because I was doing the writing sprints at 10:30, and sometimes it takes like 2.5 hours just to edit and render the video, let alone upload it. So I might have to finish them up after the writing sprint because I can't do both. It takes too much power to render the video and then try to stream live for the writing sprint. So that's the reason why I haven't done it that way yet, is because it is kind of a pain in the ass. But some of the other ones, some of the easier videos shouldn't take that long. I think the next one is I'm doing a review on Focusrite, using my blog as a template. So Margaret says, "It's okay, I just ruined some scotch to make some vanilla extract, so now's the time," apparently. Hey, that's what I'm drinking right here. Scotch. Actually, it's Drambuie, so it's a Scotch liqueur. However you want to say it. $50 a bottle. That's what it is. I love Drambuie. God, see? So much hair in my drink. Oh. See, that's what you get for drinking on camera, huh? Yeah. Anyway. Oh, but yeah, that's I'm pretty excited. So if I'm lucky, I can get what I would like to do is Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos, and then the writing sprints Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the Monday night live streams. So it's a lot of content on YouTube. I should be able to get it all done though, theoretically. It takes about 2.5 hours for an episode, so mine is Glenmorangie. I probably said that wrong. I think I'd like yours better. Yeah, Drambuie is a honey and spice scotch, and oh, it's so good. Maybe not with the hair. Yeah, yeah. Drambuie sans the hair would be great. The honey scotch is amazing. Yeah. Jennifer knows. We make hot toddies with them, and because like I've never made a hot toddy outside of using Jack Daniels before. So we had some scotch here, and so we decided to give it a shot. And wow, they came out really good. So I was shocked to remember how long it took to export and upload. Added hours. Oh yeah, like I'm doing a review for Focusrite tomorrow morning, and there's like 7 pros and cons to using Focusrite. If you don't know what it is, Focusrite is a distraction-free writing platform. I don't know if I'd write an entire book with it, but it is kind of fun. It has a lot of fun features to it, but for professional author, I don't know if I would use Focusrite for entire books. You'll see on Wednesday, but so that kind of a video will probably take me about 20 to 25 minutes to record, and then it usually takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours just to edit. That's not rendering. And then I have to upload it, which setting it up on YouTube itself only takes me about 20 minutes, but it's the rendering and the editing that is a big pain in the ass. So that's why it takes so long that's why I'm kind of inconsistent. I don't have the time after 1 o'clock. things kind of just fall apart. So I think I'm gonna try doing them in the mornings. That way there's nobody here, and I can record without kids walking through or anything, which isn't too bad. Usually people leave me alone if I'm working, but there's times where I can hear people laughing upstairs and picks up on the microphone, or um, people walking through doing their laundry. My son walking through with his trying to read over my shoulder what I'm doing. It gets annoying. So, but doing it in the morning, you don't have to worry about it. So that's hopefully starting this week. It'll be Wednesday, and then it should be on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. Hopefully, knock on wood. Next up is I'll be at Brewdog on July 19th for an author event, as well as Read Between the Stars on October 3rd. I went to Read Between the Stars last year. It was kind of fun. It was a small event, but I met a lot of really awesome people there. Half the people that were at that event have been on my show. So that was kind of fun to meet them in person. That's how I met, I think MJ was on after the event. Ian was on the show before. Same with Marissa. And Maddie. I can't remember if Maddie was on before or after Read Between the Stars. But like half the people there were on my show. So it was really cool to meet them all. And I'll be there this year. Read Between the Stars is at Stanley Marketplace here in Aurora, which is about 15-minute drive for me. So, and it's a much bigger area. It's kind of like a strip mall. So there's going to be a ton of foot traffic. It's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully I can get it all set up to record or to at least live stream. Brewdog, we found out that they will allow me to live stream it from there. They did have some stipulations on stuff that I don't do anyway, so we'll be able to live stream the Brewdog on July 19th. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. That's a brewery here in Denver, and it's a very, very posh location. Kind of like it actually. And so yeah, look it up on Beer and Books. That's how I've been marketing it, is come by for Beer and Books. Okay. Let's see. Are you putting the audiobook you began on YouTube up on Spotify? Well, that is a good question. I think for that, I'm wondering if I should do it on a different podcast. Like with Spotify, you can add as many podcasts as you want. Just manage them from the taskbar. So I don't know if adding Despair to Spotify, if I would need to use a different podcast channel, or if it would make sense to run through WriterSanctuary. So I don't know. That's a good that'd be fun. It'd be like putting it on Audible, I guess. Except I'm the one reading it, and I'm adding the background sound effects. I do plan on rewriting and re-recording Despair with a more logical flow. A lot of things changed since I created it in the first place, and so I think I want to redo it. And that was one of the things I was wanting to talk about tonight, was that Despair will be coming back. I'm getting ready to finish up writing 7, which is on Wattpad. It's the horror novel that I wrote, or started to write back in 2016. I'm rewriting it and then finishing the final chapter to it. So that'll be done. And as soon as that's done, I'm going to use Thursday and Friday to redo Despair. I love the characters in Despair. Yeah, so do I. And I can't say because it's related to the other books. Anyway, if you love the characters in Despair, you'll love Fury. That's the next book after Kingmaker. But yeah, I would love to redo Despair on YouTube, and then probably do 3 episodes at a time, because I can edit it. So I can do 10-minute episodes of Despair is what I wanted to do, and then combine them for a half-hour episode on Spotify. But would it be logical doing it on its own channel or on WriterSanctuary? That's where we have to figure that out. Okay. But yeah, I would love to do Despair. I miss doing it. I miss recording it. Recording, like the initial idea for Despair was I wanted to get back to the 1920s radio shows. And so I had background effects. I would love to hire some voice actors for the parts, but I'm broke folk, so I can't do that. And I think I only have like 2 people that actually would be able to read parts fairly well. So out of a book that has like tons of characters. So I don't know what to do. So I'm probably just going to read it like normal for now. But I would love to do voice acting parts of the book with the background sound effects and stuff. I think it'd be fun. I don't know if anybody would listen to it, but it'd be fun to create nonetheless. And sometimes you got to do things that is just fun, you know. Do what you enjoy. Like right now, I make enough to pay the bills and whatnots. My job as a freelancer lets me do a lot of the fun stuff I'm doing right now. The interviews that are coming up, the blogs that I write, making the videos. I love that kind of shit. I love being a creator. What's funny is that I don't care about the money. Like I've been doing this for 6 years and I just barely got the channel monetized last November. I enjoy it. I love hanging out with you guys. I love interacting with my audience. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta do stuff just because it's fun. Just like I know I would love to get to a point where I can create live action trailers and marketing materials for my books. I'm going to be playing copyrighted music. So as long as I don't get a strike, I don't care. I will give my money to MGM or whoever has the rights to it. Sometimes you just got to do the fun stuff, you know? Jennifer says, "We love you too, handsome." Well, thank you very much. Oh, but yeah, do what's fun. And for me, that kind of stuff is immensely fun. I love doing Despair. Let's see, what do we got? Members only videos started last Friday. If you don't know, I do have channel memberships. You can join for $5 a month. And I'm trying to get to a point where you get videos a week in advance. You get them as soon as I upload them, and then they're scheduled for next week. And then on Friday nights from 5 to 6, we do a behind the scenes video for members only. And last Friday, I was showing how I created the sound effects for the writing sprints using Despair and the sound effects I get from Epidemic Sound. A lot of fun, and that sound effect is just about done. All I got to do is add the timer to it and then render the video and then upload it to WriterSanctuary. And so that one is crickets with a stream and a background thunderstorm. Oh my god, my cat covered me in hair. Oh, shadow. Don't make eye contact. If you don't make eye contact, she won't jump in your lap. But my god. All right. Anyway. Oh, it's floating everywhere. Anywho, what was I talking about? Oh, not a clue. Where was I? Members only. Okay. But yeah, and now I'm also going to be trying more behind the scenes videos for Tuesdays and Thursdays, which are only going to be for members. I kind of did something similar with Buy Me a Coffee for a while, and so I want to get back into doing those. So much different than just the Writer Sanctuary how-tos and tutorials and whatnots that I do. So be behind the scenes. Woo. You get to see how the magic is made. Yeah. All right, what else we got? The book cover. The book cover to Shadows of Atlantic City. It came out a lot different than I initially had planned, but I think what we have for the book looks great. So kind of gave it a sepia look to it, so it's kind of faded or westernized amber colors, and a Western font for my name as the author. But I thought the cover came out nice, and I enjoyed working on it. Like I loved creating. You have to see it. I don't know if I want to do a sneak peek. Maybe I'll do a sneak peek for the members only. Huh. But I took him, my guardian here, and I put a cloak on him, and I used Photoshop. And uh, if you haven't seen it yet, if you go to the WriterSanctuary store and look at because I have a glass and it's over there on the shelf, but I put him on it, and he came out so nice. So it looks so good. Yeah, Sam and Jennifer's seen it. Love the sepia look. That's I wanted something more westernized, and so because it is kind of a western. Shadows of Atlantic City is what I say. It's supernatural meets Wild Wild West meets Sherlock Holmes. So, but it's kind of a western. It was in 1874, so I wanted to do something that had the same kind of western look to it, and sepia was the first thing that came to mind. So I added sepia to it, the filter, because I did everything in color, and it just came out great. So I think the fonts though need to come up a little bit more. I think they need to pop a little bit more. When I was looking at it the other day, they look kind of like they're blending in a bit. So we'll have to play around with it. But essentially, the book cover to Shadows is done. Now I'm just waiting on feedback from my beta readers. I get it. You guys have had stuff to do. But if you think about it, that book was finished in April. So wait on you guys. Hopefully, I'll be able to publish it in July. I wanted to publish it before going to Brewdog because it's here in Denver, and I thought having the Western would be kind of cool at in Denver at a brewery. So, but unfortunately, I even if we finish the book this week, if I get them printed, I doubt they'll show up before then. So I might just have to order one copy, take it with me to use as an example, and then use a QR code so everybody can buy it. So, good times. Are there beta readers in the chat? Yes, there are. Currently, there are 2. Unless Neo's here, then there's 3. But everybody's had stuff to do, so I'm not too worried about it. Plus, it gives me a chance to read through it too. So I've been working on adding some things that I catch. I did this last time with Kingmaker, where before I even got feedback, I already added like 5,000 words to the book. So it's all good. I would like to have it finished before Brewdog, but it is what it is, I guess. I've been able to look at the edits you made this week between school and housework. I love it. Yep, I think it came out awesome. I used AutoCrit to help me find a lot of the redundancies and help with strong writing. I used the strong writing reports. The repeat phrases was a bad one because I repeat a lot. So the AI found all that. That's one thing I like about AutoCrit, and even though it's driven by AI, it doesn't write anything for you. It'll just highlight what it thinks is wrong, and then you have to go through and decide whether it is wrong and fix it or to leave it alone, because even AI will never get certain nuances when you're writing a book. So, like, there's times where you use the same word repeated, where you have repeated phrasing for accentuating a scene, and AI will not identify that as an accentuation, but as an error. So those kind of things you just skip. Like, you're wrong. It's supposed to be that way. So never take what AI or Grammarly or algorithms or anything to heart, because there are times where it's not going to get it right because it doesn't have emotion. It will not understand nuance and um, different ways, because there's all kinds of styles you can use to accentuate a sentence, a scene, dialogue. It's not going to pick any of that up. A human editor will. That's why you use AutoCrit to kind of fix redundancies, because I used the word that way too many times. So I had to fix all those. And yeah, it's kind of crazy when you go through the list of all the things that you repeat. That, just, and I think however was another one. I use however a lot. So it was kind of cool to see all those flag. But yeah, so I'm going through now and fixing up the rest of the dialogue or the rest of the book while I'm waiting on the beta readers to give me feedback. So, but the cover's done, and I'm pretty excited about it. In fact, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that on Tuesday. Maybe, yeah. I think for tomorrow's behind the scenes video for members only, I'll show everybody what my cover looks like so far. So, pretty fun. Let's see what else we got going on. Revamping some designs for the store. I would like to do some tote bags and some shirts and some more stuff. Like I saw that fourth wall has not just the tumblers that I get because I love tumblers, but I was thinking about what could I sell at Brewdog that would match the atmosphere of the location. And they do have pint glasses. Like, oh, I need to put a wraith on a pint glass. I bet I'd probably sell it there. So I'm gonna try to get that done at least before Brewdog, and then have it shipped. I think it took like a week to get here because it gets printed and stuff. So I might print out like 5 of everything if I have the money for it, and then try to sell it there at Brewdog. But I think a pint glass would be awesome, and tote bag. People have been bugging me for tote bags for a while, so I'll do a Wraith tote bag. What else? I want to do more than just the cover of the book, because I have coffee mugs and tumblers that have the book cover image on them, but I want to do more stuff that's like the Wraith, where I have characters from the book or um, specific items from the books. Like Shadows has quite a few to it, so I would love to sit around and create something from Shadows on it. And Kingmaker has. I would love to flesh out what the scepter looks like in Kingmaker. And I want an image of Pelor. He's the lizard man that's in Kingmaker. He's a great character. I loved writing Pelor's parts. He's also in Fury, and he's got some great lines in Fury too. But he's innocent, but brutally honest. So he was a lot of fun to write. But I would love to have him on the glass. But yeah, so I'm thinking tote bags. There's tank tops. I'm a big fan of tank tops, so I'm definitely going to get one with the Wraith on it. And yes, they do have Hawaiian shirts. So I'm going to try to come up with something that looks great as a Hawaiian shirt that is Kingmaker themed and probably Shadows themed. So yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun. And I do have blocks of time set up this week for it. So we'll have to see how much we can create. Right now, I've only got like 6 things on the store, so there's not a lot. Once I get to a certain point, though, I think I'm going to start handing out discounts to the members only, and we'll probably do some giveaways. I think it'd be fun to do a giveaway for the glasses and whatnots that I get. So yeah, I love giving stuff away. I think last time when I first published a Freelancer's Tale, I think I gave away a $150 gift card to Barnes and Noble. I didn't do anything with Kingmaker. I was kind of disappointed that I felt like I lost out on pushing it more than I should have. With Shadows, I want to do a lot more to it. So I would like to do another giveaway with Shadows, and this time I'm going to have some really cool stuff to give away as well. So I'm pretty excited for publishing Shadows of Atlantic City, which will be out hopefully soon in the next few weeks. I keep saying that. I've been saying that for like 2 months. So Just waiting on feedback. I'm kidding. I get it. I'd like to wear a hoodie with a Guardian on it. Oh, yeah. I can pose him because he's posable. So I can put him in some cool positions, and with how good I am with Photoshop, we can do a lot with his full body. So I think that'd be fun to put him on a hoodie. Maybe get a saying from the book when they meet him for the first time. Ooh, yeah. I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna steal it. What else would anybody like? Like, I'm writing ideas down. I might as well see what I can do with it. Where the hell? I don't want a pencil. It works. So, what kind of merchandise would you like to see? So we got a Guardian hoodie. Thing is I looked at the prices for the hoodies, and they're like fucking expensive. It's like $69 before I put anything on it. Is that what it is? Let's look it up. Let's go to fourth wall. That's one of the hard things about print on demand, is that some of them, the products are like super expensive. Let's do create a new product. Okay, let's see. We wanted a hoodie, right? Apparel, hoodies. So the hoodies start. Oh, okay, they're not that expensive. I wonder if I was looking at the denim jacket, maybe. But anyway, Cotton Heritage Unisex Premium Hoodie, $25.70. That is my base. And so after I put something on it, Fourth Wall doesn't take a commission off of the sale. So I could probably sell the hoodie for $30. Looks like, with the Guardian on it. Ooh, there we go. Champion tie-dye hoodie. Oh, and we do a black one. We could put the Guardian on that. That would look nice. All right, so it's not as expensive as I thought. The Under Armour ones are expensive, $57.40 before I put anything on it. Wow. All over print. Oh. Crop tops? Yeah. Well, anyway, we can do all kinds of stuff. That's one of the things I liked about Fourth Wall, is that they had one of the largest lists of print on demand stuff that I came across. Yes, tie dye. Yeah, let's see. Where was I? Apparel. Where's the tie dye hoodies? Hoodies. I can't see. Can you? Okay, the tie dye. Oh, I can do it in black, navy blue, or red. God, I think the Guardian would look great on either red or black. I guess it doesn't matter. You guys can pick what color you want. It just puts them on it. 82% cotton, 18% poly fleece. Heavyweight fabric. Relaxed fit. Unisex sizing. The model is 5'10" and is wearing a size medium. Okay, so the model on that's kind of cool. The model is 5'10", wearing a medium. That looks actually kind of big. I bet that's comfy as hell. Pink, no pink for tie-dye. What if I can do a pink hoodie? Doesn't look like I can do pink. I can do maroon. Looking if there's any pink. Oh, here we go. There's a pink one. Independent Trading Company. Midweight hoodie. So I can do the Guardian on pink. Nice. Oh, I'm going to do it now just so I can get one. Go. I got to remember that one. So we need it in pink. So let's write that down. Pink. Guardian hoodie. Pink. So I'll have to use the which one was that? That was, oh hey, here's another one that has pink. No, it doesn't. Where's the one that had pink on it? I just looked at it. Oh wow, there's a lot of colors to this one. Independent Trading Company pigment dyed hoodie. That one's $45.45 to start. So I don't know how much. Like I'd probably make like $2 a piece on them. Gildan Classic hoodie. That one can be done in pink. So I guess we just have to figure out what style of hoodie we want to do. There's a couple here that do pink. Nice. All right. Anyway, what else we got? Does anybody else have any ideas for what they'd like at the store? Leave in the comments down below. We'll take a look. So book cover's done. Revamping some of the designs of the store. Oh yeah, that's one thing I have to do is that I did save the Guardian as a much smaller image because I wasn't planning on doing it bigger than the glasses. So to do something on a hoodie or a tote bag, I have to redesign it bigger. So that's one thing I'll be working on this week. Good times. Yeah, there's I know Neil wanted a tote bag, so that's on the list. I want notebooks, so that's on the list, obviously. I would love to do Pelor. I think I'm gonna have to hand draw Pelor though. I can do it. It's just time consuming as well. But yeah, I think I'll do I'll hand draw Pelor and put him into Photoshop. God. Yeah. Anywho, let's see what else we got going on. Oh, hopefully, I'll be working on finishing my bachelor's degree starting in August. I would love to finish. I'm 27% of the way through, so I don't know how long that'll take me at one class every 8 weeks, but working towards it. And then I'll go on from my bachelor's to my master's. And then probably onto a PhD just for shits and giggles. I think it'd just be cool to be the only person in my family to have one. Bragging rights. Of course, by the time I get my PhD, half the people in my family are going to be dead, so. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, bleak. Actually, probably not. Mom and Dad aren't that much older than I am. Mom had me when she was 15. She turned 16 the day after. Dad was 17, turned 18 that December. So they're not too much older than me, so they'll probably see me get my PhD. Woohoo, Dr. Brockbank, right? Dr. Dr. Detroit. I could be Dr. Denver. That's an old movie. I love that movie when it came out in the 80s. I was kind of a big Dan Aykroyd fan, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the PhD just for the fuck of it. Why not? Just to say that I have one. I don't see myself doing much with it. It really depends on how things unfold over the next few years. The way the world's going, I probably won't even get to finish my bachelor's. So, hopefully, I'll be finishing that in August, or starting to finish anyway. Now that we sent the records to the correct school, when you send your transcripts, make sure you send it to the correct school. We waited for like 2 weeks before we realized we sent them to University of Denver, not Colorado University. So like, I could change to University of Denver. They already have my transcripts. But no, I had to pay another $18 to get them sent to the correct address. So make sure you pick the right school. I tell you what, it was a pain in the ass to get my transcripts for because I only have a GED. I dropped out of high school in my sophomore year, took the GED the next year, passed with flying colors. Well, for the most part, my lowest score almost caused me to fail GED was writing. Believe it or not, I got a 56. I scored in the 56th percentile for writing. Super high in science and math. I should have been a scientist, but my writing was horrible. So I just think it's funny that my worst score on the GED is what I do for a living now. That's what happens when you sit down and actually learn shit. Hey, now when one of them is the University of Colorado at Denver and the other one is the University of Denver in Colorado, there might be room for human error. Yeah, no, I get you. I think it's funny. Like, I'm not mad. I just thought it was funny that we sent it to the wrong school. Well, I even told the administrator at CU that, I could just apply at University of Denver, I guess. They already have my shit. So, I don't know. I like the idea of going to the University of Colorado University of Colorado in Denver because it's only it's less than 15 minutes from me, and B, it gets me out of the house. C, it's half the price of SNU, Southern New Hampshire. So I'm all for saving money and use my Pell Grant for other shit, like upgrades to my computer, which would be awesome because then I could do videos much faster. No, you've already covered it. I'm still. Your hair is in my eyeball. Oh my God, Shadow. Anywho, so yeah, that's what'll be one of the cool things. I'm looking forward to August. It's been a long time since I've been in school. I went to Westwood College of Technology in 2001, and even then I didn't get to finish, which is why I only have a quarter of my credits for a bachelor's degree. I had to drop out because I didn't have any money, and the financial department screwed everybody. Long story short, they went out of business, and I'm part of a class action lawsuit, so I could probably get my money back. So we got to call them this week. I might get $3,000. That'd be awesome. Actually, I think I spent more than that. I was there for a year and a half, and they didn't help with tuition. I got the Pell Grant, but the Pell Grant didn't cover hardly anything, so I got fucked. If you're going to go to college and you're doing the Pell Grant, make sure you're with somebody who knows what the hell they're doing, because Westwood just bent everybody over the table without lube and no dinner. It was just raw. And luckily, they're gone now, so still, got to pay attention. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually going to a real university and not just some trade school wannabe. Maybe they have a golf team I can join. Probably not. I kind of suck. Anyway, let's see what else we got going on. We got 8 minutes here. Experimenting with the community tab next week. I have it scheduled. I schedule all my social media on Thursday mornings, and I use Buffer to auto post, except for stuff that happens that's kind of important or is time sensitive. I'll post stuff all the time throughout the week, as it feels like it. But generally, I'll post 4 things every day from Buffer because I can do Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky, and Facebook all at the same time. And all I got, and it's scheduled, so just boom, shoots it out. I can also add Instagram if I ever took pictures, but most of the pictures I take are from the pond and of baby geese and turtles. So I live a very boring life. Anyway, so starting this week, technically be starting next week, I'll be working on, I schedule an hour of time to work on the community tab for YouTube. So we're going to experiment with images, polls, and whatever else comes to mind. So I don't know. We're going to see if that helps with the channel engagement. I love interacting with everybody. So if you see something on the community tab, let me know. Let's see. Oh, creating a plan for topics when I don't have authors this week. Again, knock on wood. I do have an hour scheduled this week to work on that. All I got to do is set up a spreadsheet and then start putting in ideas so that we don't do videos like this where we just hang around and bullshit, even though it's just me talking for an hour. I like interacting with everybody. I don't mind doing shows like this. I don't mind just hanging out and shooting the shit, so to speak. But there's probably some people out there that probably like to learn something or probably want more insight into self-publishing or even WordPress. So I need to come up with some actual topics that we can do, which would probably play better on Spotify. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to find out. But yeah, I'm going to be working on setting that up this week as well. I think it's scheduled for Thursday, actually. Let me look at it real quick. Let's see. Oh, I got to add the link from the review. Publishing a video. No. Did I not have it? Where? Oh, it's on Saturday. Dumbass. I didn't schedule it during the week because this should only take me like 20 minutes to come up with at least the spreadsheet and at least one idea. So I guess we'll have to see how that goes. Where is the... That is... What happened to my... Uh-oh. Why do I not have... Hold on. That is not what I wanted to do. Videos. Why is this scheduled? I haven't... I didn't put my... I didn't put my name or the time. I'm not going to tell you what I did because it was stupid. All right. So, yeah, I'll be working on it this week. Neo, the goal is to stay on topic. Got it. Yeah. or at least as close as we can get anyway. Topic. What's that? Who's he? Yeah, I'd like to stay on topic for longer than 5 minutes at a time. Fuck, even when we have a topic, we don't ever really stick with it. It's like we get to talk about it for like 30 minutes and then it degrades rapidly. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to find out. As long as we're having fun and people are interacting and chatting and whatnot, I guess it doesn't really fucking matter in the long term. So, but I would like to have theme nights. So maybe not topics. We'll just call them theme nights. There we go. In fact, I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna put that down. Theme nights, not topics. The thing is that we need to come up with something that you guys will talk about. Oh, shit, my fucking pen died. I hate that. Topics. There we go. Oh, but yeah, that's like I really I would have authors every Monday, but I don't get enough author interest to warrant that. Like there's times where like this time I have 4 authors one after another. But then I think a couple months ago we had no authors all month. So it really depends. It goes back and forth. That's why I try to spread them out so far. But I would like to do something in between. Diane says, "Sorry, Michael, I'm battling depression. Sometimes I don't know what to do." Yeah, me either. Well, it sucks. I've dealt with depression myself. I don't know if you've read my first book, A Freelancer's Tale, but it's how I got started as a writer while dealing with one of the darkest depressions of my life. And it almost killed me, actually. So, yeah, and that's not hyperbole. That was, yeah, it was pretty bad. But I was able to pull out of it, and I describe it better in the book, but it's like my brain was on autopilot, and I did and said things I don't normally do and say, and my subconscious was like, "I'm taking you for this ride, or I'm going to kill you." So I went along. But yeah, read the book. I'm sorry, Michael. I really want to read it. I should. Yeah, you should. It's I think it's like $2.99 on ebook. But yeah, it was I had very, very dark time going on for the longest time. But I pulled out of it, and here I am. And I'm writing part 2 to that book. It's Freelancer Tale was how I got started as a writer. Part 2 is going to be moving from freelancer to published author. So kind of a progression. And yeah. Anyway, that might help. I saw the light at the end of the tunnel and just kept moving forward. It was rough. Let's see. And lastly, making the second half of 2025 something amazing. I have a blog. I actually was working on a blog post before the video today about the first half of the year and all the things I've accomplished and what I plan to accomplish for the last half. And even though I'm not necessarily closing on any of the yearly annual goals that I had for myself, I did accomplish quite a few things that weren't even on my radar. And you know, you'll see the blog post next Wednesday. But I look back at it and it makes me smile because like there's some cool shit that has happened this year that I wasn't expecting. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the last half does, especially with all the things I have going on. Author interviews, going back to college. There's going to be a lot of videos about the college experience um, starting in August. The podcast I've been doing for Spotify. So there's like, and Despair. I would love to bring back Despair. So there's like all kinds of good shit that's happening that's ending 2025. But from everybody else I've spoken to, it seems like I'm the only author or self-published author anyway, who's been having a great year and is quite hopeful for the last half. I can't say that. I do know quite a few that are pretty positive. So I read through a lot of negative folk out there. There's some people um, that are really upset because they don't make a lot of sales and whatnot. And a lot of these people are really talented. They just don't have the best marketing platform. As if I have much to talk about. I barely market my shit as it is. But a lot of these people are in it for the wrong reasons, I think. I write because I love to write. Doesn't matter if I make money on it or not. I'm still going to write. And some people try to make it their career. Like, I would love to pay my bills. I would love to pay my mortgage with my books. I would do nothing but write books and blogs all day if I could. But until I hit that level of success, I still have shit to do. But I write because I love to write. Yeah. I enjoy things. It's the simple things in life that give you pleasure. All right, it is 8 o'clock, and I covered all of my bullet points. That doesn't happen very often at all. Let's see. Let's see. It is here. We have the topic, and then there are improvised topics driven by random thoughts in a conversation. The conversation is driven by outside influences. Yeah. And it degrades rapidly. So, and I'm not complaining. There are times where I would be a little bit upset because I had an idea for a topic and I had bullet points and I go through the whole spiel of researching and having all these really cool things planned out. And we never get to it because we fucked off the whole hour. So I get a little bummed out. But in the grand scheme of things, I love hanging out with you guys. I love chatting. So I'm very easily sidetracked. But that's only because I love interacting with you guys. I love chatting. I love talking about random shit. Or you can win the Powerball. That'd be nice. I looked up my numbers. We got one number. We got one number on two different tickets. Not the Powerball, so we don't get any money out of it. But yeah, I could do with $250 million. That'd be great. But in the meantime, I've got a mortgage to pay. Okay, so last week, I don't think I put this up on the community tab last week. I will not be deterred by constructive criticism. I will cherish the opportunity to grow stronger at my craft. I will erase all doubt in my ability by striving to improve each day. See, I should have put this on the community tab because I have a lot to say about that one. Fuck, man. I need to remember. I even put it on my keyboard and I still don't. I need to yeah. It's all because Neil stopped sending me texts on the Instagram. Dad says, I love the stream, Michael. Wish we could be friends in real life. I'm in Denver. So far, the only person I've met in real life that I've met online, well, through WriterSanctuary, is KDC. And we had a lot of fun. He was here for the weekend a couple of years ago, and we took him out to Hoo Hot, and he went to go see Nightwish with Sam and my son, and they had a lot of fun. It was awesome. He's a good kid. I think he's awesome. So, but I wouldn't mind meeting any one of you. I'm in Denver. I'll be at Brewdog on July 19th and Read Between the Stars at Stanley Marketplace on October 3rd. So if you're in the area, feel free to stop by and get an autographed copy of my book, maybe some pictures. Let's see. I went on an Instagram vacation. Yeah, you did. Casey, where is he? He's just super busy. He's with his he's got things going on, but he spends a lot of his time with his sugar mama. So, aren't we aren't friends? No, I said I didn't meet you off WriterSanctuary, did I? Talking about people. Anyway, I'm not gonna. Okay, so here's next week's daily affirmation. My content connects with my target reader effortlessly. I know what they want, and they want more of what I can provide. Yeah, they do. I can hear them laughing upstairs. Yeah. That was a sigh. Anyway, yeah, so that's our daily affirmation. If you didn't hear it, my content connects with my target reader effortlessly. I know what they want, and they want more of what I can provide. Chicka chicka bow bow. Anywho, bunch of psychos. Y'all are nuts. I think that's about it for tonight. I can't think of anything else. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns before we wrap this up? Don't forget that Freelancer's Tale and Kingmaker are both available on Amazon. And hopefully I'll be publishing Shadows of Atlantic City in the relatively near future, as long as my beta readers finish giving me feedback. Book cover's done. If you're interested in the book cover, don't forget to check out the membership Join Now button. You get videos a week in advance, and we get to do a special Friday night live stream from 5 to 6 where we do something fun in the background. So like last Friday we built a new sound effect for the writing sprints. I'm not sure what we're going to do this week. I don't know if we'll fart around with new software, or maybe I'll just turn on the live stream and we'll drink in my living room. I don't know. But anyway, you click on the join button below and you get to see all the cool perks that are coming up. And as soon as I get more stuff on the store, y'all will get discounts. I'll be at Brewdog July 19th from 1 to 4 here in Denver, and I'll be at Read Between the Stars on October 3rd from 11 to 4, I think. That's at Stanley Marketplace here in Denver, or that's in Aurora. Brewdog's here in Denver. So, but if you'd like directions to it, if you go to michaelbrockbank.com, on the right side of the toolbar, I do have the events, and there is a Google map that shows you exactly where I'll be on those 2 days. So feel free to stop by, especially when you go to Brewdog. If you're in the Denver metro on July 19th, stop by for some books and beer, because I'm going to. Yeah, why not? I'm at a brewery. Let's get liquored up before. Let's see. I'm taking Jen and Michael. We'll have to make it without her. There you go. Bye, guys. My grandma said mid-30s is old to get married. That's retarded. Yeah. I'm probably going to be closer to 40 if I get married. I'm 49 and I've never technically been married. I've been with people for long periods of time, but I've never said I do. Dad, on the other hand, has been married 6 times, so don't think that you're missing anything if you're waiting until you're 40, because Well, okay, 5. He didn't quite marry the 6th. So it's not all it's cracked up to be. Don't stress about it. My grandma got married twice after 40. Yeah. I think Dad got married twice after he turned 42. It's about finding the right one. Some people get married in their 20s and divorced by 30. Yeah, well, Dad and Mom were together until I was 5. So he would have been 22, 23, 22. And then he married Christy, and he was with her till Brian was about 5. So he'd have been about 20, 29. And then he married Kathy. And they got divorced when he was in his mid-30s. Then he married Mel. Then they were divorced by the time I think he was shortly after 40. So yeah, don't get hell-bound and determined to get married before 40, because it doesn't always work. He'd be the first one to admit it. Let's see, I like being married, but I like being divorced better. Right? Depends on who you're with. Like, when I first moved up here, I told people, yeah, I lost 260 pounds. That's why I left Sherry. Actually, I think she was 230 at the time, so I think it was 230 pounds. Seems to be the norm. You are always so encouraging. Yep, Neo is always encouraging. And if I had the money, I'd pay Neo to do all kinds of stuff. Not dirty, get your mind out of the gutter. All right, I think we're going to call that a night. Thank you guys for hanging out. Got some really cool, fun shit happening. Don't forget that the blog post comes out next Wednesday about what I've accomplished and what is to come. If you have any ideas of what you'd like to see on the merch store at Fourth Wall, link is in the description down below. Leave them in the comments. I'm always looking for new ideas, so I'll take the expert for free. Yeah. Well, you are an expert. You're awesome. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe I should not agree to stuff before I figure it out. Anywho, alrighty, I'm wrapping this up. Have a good evening, everybody. Don't forget that Sean McCarthy will be on the show next Monday at 7 p.m. for a live interview. Make sure you bring your questions along. He's had quite the career. I'm pretty excited to ask him a few questions. He's also another one that has a master's degree and actually did a lot of stuff in business. So that'll be interesting. He does a lot of historical fiction. There you go, Diana. You can ask him all kinds of groovy questions. And I would rather you find the right one 2 years from now than have been married and divorced in 2 years. Yeah, that's true. True that. Wait, who? Do you not pay attention to the show? Sean McCarthy will be on Monday for his author interview, and he writes historical fiction. Blog post comes out on WriterSanctuary.com tomorrow, so if you go to WriterSanctuary.com and click on the notification bell and subscribe to the blog, you get notified as soon as anything goes up, which is usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget my Substack is also available. It is the insights of being a self-published author. Lots of fun. And it's a little bit different than Writer Sanctuary. It's more like a fan newsletter, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, have a good one. I'll definitely be there. Yep, bring some questions. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Book. Buy me. That's my extent of marketing. No.